Welcome, everyone. My name is Byrne, Chair of the Grain Farmers of Ontario. I wanted to take the time to record this video to update not only our membership, but anyone else watching that has a vested interest in grain production in this province. As you already know, the instability in the fertilizer market is causing increased uncertainty for our farmers who are ready and willing to go to the field to produce safe food, not only for our province and country, but also for the world. Fertilizer costs since a year ago have increased more than 100%, including an additional 52% since Russia's deplorable invasion of the Ukraine. The invasion of the Ukraine is terrifying, horrible, and we stand with their people. As you may know, we showed our support not only verbally, but also with a donation of $15,000 to the Canadian Red Cross to support the Ukraine Humanitarian Crisis Appeal. We wanted to show our support for the people of the Ukraine and their families that are there and also here in Canada. As a direct result of the actions of Russia, there is a shortage of fertilizer here in Ontario. With access restricted to any fertilizer from Russia and Belarus, the vessels are slow to arrive, slow to unload, and at the mercy of a tariff that does not affect the intended target. We understand why this is happening, but the ramifications are too negative for it to continue this way. Tariffs on fertilizer from Russia and Belarus are being downloaded onto Ontario farmers. Another 35% increase in price is not sustainable. If we cannot access or afford fertilizer, we cannot grow as much to do our part to feed the world. This will add to the shortage of grain that we're already faced with, as the Ukraine, one of the largest growing countries in the world, is at risk of not being able to plant their intended acres. This is a terrifying time for the world and for many farmers. To our farmer members, we know this is a growing area of concern as we head into planting and growing season, with input costs higher than they've ever been. We at the Grain Farmers of Ontario are working daily to get better access to the tools that you need and ask for tariff relief, and that the Ontario farmer not be an unintended consequence of this war. You've seen the member updates. A lot of work is going on behind the scenes, as it must be. We are not slowing down. We've met with the Prime Minister's office and various other government officials, and really anyone in government that can help echo the cause of the Ontario farmer. We've met with fertilizer retailers. We understand the impacts that this is having on your business, on your mental health, and rest assured, we are not giving up. To the Canadian government, you have acknowledged the looming food crisis and that the intended consequence of this tariff is to punish Russia. You have acknowledged the shortage of wheat from Ukraine and that it could lead to potential famine in developing nations. You have acknowledged that the tariffs have placed an enormous burden on the system. My question for you, what are you prepared to do about it? What are you doing about it? How are you going to look after farmers who are producing food and feed, not only for Ontario and Canada, but for around the world? How will you ensure our farmer members can grow the crop needed to feed Canada and the rest of the world? We cannot do it without affordable fertilizer. We understand the role of tariffs and sanctions, but the people punished most with them cannot be the people growing our food supply. The time is now to stand with farmers and offer solutions that work. To the fertilizer industry, this is one of the times in history that you will show your customers who you are and your values. We implore you to act with integrity and treat farmers fairly. We will not condone any questionable pricing practices. We know that your business is impacted, but farmers cannot bear this cost, and this cost cannot be a permanent increase. We ask that if the tariff relief comes to you, that you pass that back to the farmers. I thank you very much for spending some time to take in this video, and we hope to work on amicable solutions so that our farmers have input supplies and are ready to take them into the field in a timely fashion. Thank you.